formerly known as the World of Thunder Monday Night Cup Series, which is competed on Monday nights. And after about a 3-week hiatus, the series has returned to now Tuesday. And we welcome you to LSR TV coverage, your home for sim racing of the World of Thunder Cup Series. A new branding, new promoter, Will Duvall at the helm, taking over the operations, but it is still on LSR TV. Good evening, I'm Wesley Outland. Joined alongside is Brett Rawls. Brett will also be starting and parking for the opening of this race because he's the inaugural winner of the series down in Daytona a couple of months ago. And then he'll be joining me up topside in the broadcast booth. But Brett, we'll grab you here right now. Iowa Speedway, a quick twin 50-lapper. Should be a fun time to get the resumption back underway of the World of Thunder Cup Series on Tuesday night.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting race here. Is normally you don't see the Cup cars on the Iowa circuit in the regular, regular life NASCAR circuit. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how these cars handle here tonight, especially with the 100-lapper being broke up into 2 segments. So yeah, as you noted, currently going into tonight, second in points. So I want to thank Cody Wooten for allowing me the opportunity to just do a quick start and park and be able to keep our points placed tonight.
Well, you better thank actually Will Duvall because he's letting you actually bend the rules a little bit where you're going to start the race, but then you're going to make one lap. Don't you pull no Richard Petty on me and decide to stay out there on the racetrack. But and then you'll come back and join me in the broadcast booth.
Yeah, no, it's okay, Wesley. I'll make sure that I come back up in the broadcast booth, and don't worry. Afterwards, we'll get you down here, and me and you can do a little broadcaster race on this short course on the front stretch.
All right, here we go. Twin 50s here tonight for the return of the World of Thunder Cup Series on LSR TV. Qualifying is on course now, led by Brad Ebel in the number 72 machine. And it's actually the 556 machine, car number 556. Come on, Tomlin scoring. The Chevrolet entry number 556 of Brad Ebel. And he'll be the man on the racetrack of the Fan Tech entry. Behind him, the Toyota Camry, Rowdy Energy number 18. Rowdy Energy drink is really, really good. Oh, yeah. The number 18 entry of Braden Black. He's on course. Look out, Braden. Hold on. Woo! That was close, Brett.
Yeah, just a quick little couple laps that I took out there on the practice session here just to shake down the setup that I had for this track. I noticed a lot of throttle control is going to come into play as far as coming off the exits of the corners here. If you don't give it just enough throttle, you're going to be pushing up towards that wall, but with the way that the banking changes coming through the corner to the straightaways, it's very easy to hit that wrong if you have too much throttle and get that back end of the car loose.
Donnie Fier finishing up with his lap, 23.181, the best lap of speed right there for Donnie Fier. A couple of other cars yet to take time. And Brett Rawls, we ain't seen you going out there yet in the 17.
Yeah, I think with me just doing the start and park instead of, causing a cluster there of trying to get down to the bottom of the racetrack after that first lap, I think I'm going to just go out, I'm going to sit out qualifying and just take the tag of the
yeah, but wouldn't it be cool, though, if you put it on the pole and then you exit out of the race and be like, suckers?
Yeah, I don't know if I have what it takes to get out there on the pole. I mean, you know what? All right, we'll take it out there for qualifying.
Here he goes, ladies and gentlemen. I talked him into it. That's why I'm a motivational speaker. Brett Rawls at the number 17 at the Knoxville, Tennessee. Will be coming up to qualify. Here comes the DC Solar, number 09. And that is going to be Travis Oldfield. His Chevrolet gets a little loosey-goosey there. Hold on, man. Look at this tight coming around this racetrack here, and there he goes. It comes around. It looked like it was going to happen in 2. It happens here on the front straightaway, the DC Solar Chevrolet, and there he is. Brett Rawls, the Ford, number 17 out of Knoxville, Tennessee. He won the inaugural World of Thunder Cup Series event back in Daytona in July. He is in the playoffs. He will be joining me in the booth, and now he's going to try to go for the pole and start and park. All right, let's go for a lap around the track with Brett Rawls. By the way, Pate just went to the top spot. All right, Brett, what you doing down there, man? What's the mindset going down the backstretch?
Well, right now I'm battling a little bit of a tight issue coming through the corner. So pretty much just trying to get this car wound down, get a little bit rotated, and I think right now we're just going to be stuck sitting third. Jared Mogard put down one heck of a lap up there with the 636, so I don't think
third
anybody.
place, you're in the wall though. 22.823 for the driver Brett Rawls, who again will qualify, but then will start and park. He will start in the third position in the race. The NOS Energy drink number 17. By the way, he is sporting pink because it is October and it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. As we got one up into the wall again, the number 57 of AJ Cruz. His time best will be 23.639. And everybody has take time here at the Iowa Speedway. So they're going to go 50 laps, okay, 50 laps. At the end of the 50 lap segment, we'll turn around and reset again. We'll have a 3-minute practice. Anybody 3 laps down or more will be eliminated from the race, and we'll go another 50 laps. That's kind of the format here, Brett, and honestly, you could knock out 50 laps here really, really quickly.
Yeah, this is a pretty short track considering the distance that it has, but the speeds that you're able to maintain here, it's pretty easy to knock off a couple of laps. It's not quite as short as you would see like maybe Bristol or Dover for that fact, but it's really not much bigger. I believe this track here is only about a mile or so.
And the field will be introduced here in just a moment, as looks like our camera's very excited to be here. I don't know why it says heat race. It should be a feature. The feature race is gridding. That's right. This will be 50-lap heat race. So again, this is a feature, though. This is a feature race. It says heat race, but it will be 50 laps. Anybody 3 laps down or more, like yourself, Brett Rawls, is eliminated for the second 50.
Yeah, I'm just out here for the points. It's going to be interesting, though, because I drew P4. So as I'm getting ready to get this car all started up here, I'm sitting here looking at my mirror wondering how I'm going to get to the bottom after one lap with all these cars behind me.
Without a further ado, crank up that dramatic, intense instrumental music. Here is your starting lineup for the return of the World of Thunder Cup Series. Choose tonight on LSR TV. It's going to be Cole Duggar on the pole in the number 11 machine. To his outside, fast qualifier, Jared Mogard in the 00 from Minnesota, row number 1. Row 2.
Row number 2 on the inside is the 031 of Jesse Pate, and outside him is going to be myself in the 17.
Going to be me, Brett Rawls, me. Brandon Black of the 18 car starts inside row 3 and 5th. Brad Abel in the machine 556, not 72. He will start in the 4th position.
Position number 7 is going to go to the number 10 car of Wade Fields, and starting in the outside of row number 4 is going to be that 9 car of Travis Oldfield.
Field rolls off a pit lane behind the pace car. It's all his fault, Dustin Sizemore. He's ready to go in the IT car to the outside. Starting 10th, Donnie Fier in the number 3.
And rounding out the field, scratch on the lineup in the P number 11, just outside a top 10 starting spot, is going to be the number 57 of AJ Cruz.
Any late entries, you better join in now and tag the back. Car count is a little bit down tonight, and again, we're going through a new transition with the World of Thunder Cup Series, formerly known as the Monday Night Cup Series. Will Duvall has now took over the promotions operations for it, and again, you've been off for a couple of weeks. So here we go with heat number 1, 50 laps, okay, 50 laps to distance, and then from there, as the field to get the 1 to go indication, the top field cars, not 3 laps down or more, we'll move on. If you're 3 laps down or more at the end of this 50-lap race, which is considered a heat race, but it is 50 laps, this is a feature, Brett, then they move on to the second 50-lapper here at Iowa Speedway.
Yeah, that's mostly just to get rid of some of the clutter and some of the caution contentions for a much larger field that we're used to having on Monday nights. So I think most of the car count has to do with the fact that this isn't really a normal Cup Series event as far as the location goes. So I'm expecting the car counts to return next week as we get back on track.
We hope so. The pace car is getting ready to drop on to pit lane. Brett will make one lap, and then he will bonsai away from the pack and come down to the pit lane to join me in the broadcast booth, ready for the return. Tuesday night, World of Thunder Cup Series, Iowa. You ladies and gentlemen, you have a race. We're underway. Mogard on the jump will pull to the early lead in that 00 car. Always had a lot of success in the series when it was known as the Monday Night Cup Series as well. Duggar's right there. Brett Rawls is in third. And again, Brett Rawls will now complete one lap. As he does that, he will come down to pit road with one lap in. Mogard, Duggar, Pate giving now third place. Rawls on the bottom of the racetrack. Look for the 17 to come to the pit lane as he will join me in the virtual broadcast booth here in just a moment. As the light goes on, Payne and Black currently in the top 5 along with Evil. This race underway. 10 cars left. Should be exciting. Mogard currently out in front as the 00 holding off field at bay of Duggar, Payne, and Moore as they go back into turn number 2. We'll wait for the notification to let me know that Brett's back, and then we'll get him back in the broadcast booth here in probably about the next few laps or so. But again, right now, all eyes are on the driver of Mr. Cole Duggar trying to run back down Mogard as he's in that number 2 position. We're underway, Brett Rawls, here at Iowa. What was your take of the feel of the racetrack at the first lap or so?
It's actually pretty racy right now.
Yeah.
A lot of good grip on the high side and a lot of good speed down low as well. As you saw Jared Mogard be able to take over that top spot from the outside pole starting position. And, you know, Jared Mogard's no slouch or a competitor when it comes to these cup cars or anything that he's in for that fact. So it's going to be interesting to see, you know, just how much he dominates here, as you can see the gap that he's already put over the rest of this field.
Underway in race number 1. Remember, this is race 1. Race 1 of 2. 50 laps here in the first one. I know it says it's a heat race, but this is a points event. Anybody 3 laps down or more will be eliminated, and they will go on to race number 2. The cars that are on the lead lap are not 3 laps down or more. They will move into race number 2 for the 50-lap event. Mogard still out in front, and he has got a big lead as the battle for second heats up. Presented by Body Balance by Rhonda onboard camera. That is with the driver Pate in third position, trying to get around Duggar in 11.
Yeah. You can see just how much he pulls up to the back bumper of that 11 car of Cole Duggar as he gets into the corner. But you see Cole Duggar having just a little bit better exit through the corner as he's able to extend that lead just a little bit. As I think Pate may have scraped the wall just a little bit there as we went into turn 1. But that's going to give him a really good run through the corner as you see him come within almost a car length of the back bumper of Cole Duggar as we head down the back straightaway and into turns number 3.
And by the way, I have just been informed that everybody will transfer in to the second 50-lapper. Does not matter if they're 3 laps down or more. Everybody goes into the next 50 laps. As a matter of fact, Brett, you as well. You could be, 50 laps down. You could start and park for the second race as well.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to do a little start and park for the second half also to maybe get a points run effort because of it being split between the two 50-lappers. So, yeah, I'm going to have to probably do another start and park here in about 50 laps or so, Wesley.
Yes, sir. This is, again, race number 1 for the Twin 50s. The return of the World of Thunder Cup Series now on Tuesday nights. By the way, when everything does transition back into place, it will be the preliminary of the events that go on before the new Studio Displays Swag Super Late Model Dirt Series. And that will launch next Monday night, next Tuesday night at 8, well, it says 8 p.m. Eastern, but I believe it's going to be 9 o'clock. Am I right, Cody? 9 o'clock? Never mind. We'll have to get some more clarification on that. But obviously, if we have a 7 o'clock start time for the World of Thunder Cup Series events, and it'll be 9 Eastern on next Tuesday night. featuring the Studio Displays Super Late Model Dirt Series. It'll be broadcast on LSR TV, Race on Texas, as well as audio on CRN Sports. And Brett, I know you're going to be a part of that, man.
Yeah, I'm looking to get into it. You know, anything to make a quick couple of bucks here on iRacing, especially on the dirt side of things, is asphalt's not really my go-to. Honestly, I'm pretty surprised going into tonight that I'm actually able to be second in points with only winning at Daytona and struggling in a couple of races here.
But you've been consistent, though.
Yeah, consistency does play. Yeah, consistency does play a factor. But you know, with the likes of Jared Mogard and Gary Peck, who's not here tonight, and some other competitors that didn't make the comeback for the second half of the season. Now that we've got everything back, I mean, you're talking guys like Boyd Hogan. We even saw Garrett Maines come here and pick up a win as well. There's going to be a lot of good drivers that are locked into the playoffs coming in here tonight. So it's going to be interesting to see if Mogard, who already has a win on the season, I believe he won back at the Phoenix race earlier on in the season. So he's already won one event to lock himself into the playoffs, as it looks like Mogard's looking to extend his race lead here, as he has just put a whooping on this race, as he's out to a 4.5 second lead. So Mogard looking to come in and possibly give both championships run, whether it be the regular season championship or the overall playoff championship.
And by the way, we're 15 laps in. Now, Braxton DeWeese chimes in on the comment and then says, sorry I couldn't make it tonight because of work obligations. Obviously, you got to remember, he is in a must-win situation coming up on Sunday with the Adrenaline iRacing League playoffs at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. That's Sunday night, 6:30 Eastern on LSR TV, your home for sim racing. He has to win at Vegas on Sunday to possibly go to the championship 4-round finale at Phoenix, or he is eliminated. But Braxton DeWeese has got intentions and plans on running with the World of Thunder Cup Series also on Tuesday nights. We're underway here at Iowa Speedway in race 1 of the Twin 50s. We're back. The World of Thunder after a quick break. 18 of 50 in. Back with more in a moment from your home for sim racing, LSR TV from Iowa.
Based out of West Monroe, Louisiana. We do custom t-shirts, racing. We'll do actually any shirt. We'll do schools, churches, fundraisers. We do a ton of event shirts, as you can see on our board here, all around our banner. Personalized, I mean, we do anything. It doesn't matter to us. We got the custom rugs. We use all the, top quality shirts, inks and everything. Hoodies, hats. We do embroidered hats, embroidered shirts. Just you can call us for anything. We do offer the bag and fold to where we, you can receive them and they're already labeled and tagged and bagged, ready to give out to your customers. So you just call us and just tell us, hey, this is what we're looking at doing. And if we're going to put the car on there, it is 125 quantity minimum. If it's without the car, it's 60 quantity minimum. That's strictly on the racing stuff. If it's a business or something, if you race on Texas shirts, it's a little bit differently. You can call us. It just depends on your quantity and ink colors. Everything is hand drawn. I mean, everything. We don't Photoshop anything onto a shirt or anything like that. Everything that we go through, everything is drawn, and which is the reason for the art fees. We do have several graphic artists that draw for us, and they're really good. So what we do is on any package that you do, we can mix and match. We can do any colors. You can do purple, red, blue, green, and do the rest black. It doesn't matter to us. With your design on there, we can do hoodies. We can do hoodies, long sleeve shirts, t-shirts, tank tops. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's almost limitless what you can do, and you can put all that together in that package to make that minimum requirements. They can call us 318-278-7191, or they can email us at bulletprooftees@yahoo.com, or they can go to the website bulletprooftees.com.
Getting ready to come to the halfway mark here with the next lap or so. Lap 24 of 50. By the way, it has now been announced that this is not a heat race. This is stage 1. And in a few moments, you will see the transition on the ticker on the upper left that'll say stage 1. We're coming up on halfway in stage 1. Next time by Mogard leads, followed by Duggar in second, Pate third. And everyone else on back doing good. Sizemore in the top 5 along with Fier and Brett for the most part. Everybody trying to run down Mogard. He is the man out in front, the class of the field.
Yeah, Mogard is just putting an absolute terror on this field, as I believe he's currently out to almost a 6-second lead, and that's, you know, we're just now reaching the halfway point. So Jared Mogard, he's definitely putting a hurting on this field here tonight, as that 00 machine is just absolutely on fire here in Iowa.
Stage 1 underway here, 25 laps to go in the first stage. And again, everybody else will come back after a 3-minute warm-up and reset and go back to it again for another 50 laps. Everybody will transfer into the show, is what I've been informed. And as well as that, the opportunity is going to be presented to the winner of the race, if they want to start in the back, to have a little money bonus possibly. So right now, all of that going on track is now Duggar trying to get passed by the 031 machine, as here comes Pate to the bottom. He'll carry Sizemore with him and move Pate now to second. Duggar falling back maybe all the way to fourth as Sizemore gets his Monster Energy number 1 to the inside. He's going after Pate for second of the backstretch, and we got a caution.
Yeah, caution flag going to come out here. I'm not sure exactly what brought the caution flag out, as we're going to have to take a look at
number 18. The unofficial clarification, we're trying to find out what happened. The 18 car does have damage on his car. That's Braden Black. We'll have to see what happened to him. Here's your swag, E-Raps and graphics, instant replay as the sun sets here in virtual Iowa, Brett Rawls.
And you see him coming down into turns 1 and 2, and now through 3 and 4. It looks like he's going to get a little tight come up, but I don't know. I don't see what may have caused that damage or so.
Oh well. Oh well. We have a caution. Look like fake news. I'm not sure what happened. Everybody's coming out of the pit lane though.
Yeah, you see everybody coming down, as I do believe they have 1 set of tires that they are allowed.
Oh, maybe it's this one. Here's the cause of your caution.
Looks like it's going to involve the 9 car of Travis Oldfield and the 3 of Donnie Fier. As you see them on camera right now, rolling through turns 3 and 4. And
wow,
you see
there he goes. Yep.
Oldfield just caught the wall just a little bit, and that didn't really leave anywhere for Donnie Fier to go. They both just checked up into the back of each other, and that's going to be just enough to draw the caution.
You see how fast they had to throw the caution for Donnie Fier and, again, Oldfield. Donnie Fier in the number 3 car, Oldfield in the 9. And that is why we go under the yellow flag here for the first time just after halfway. Caution laps do count, 20 to go when they come to the line this time by in stage number 1 for the World of Thunder Cup Series on this Tuesday evening. Back with more in a moment. Coverage continues from Iowa on LSR TV, your home for sim racing. here at the Iowa Speedway, and we are getting ready to come back for the restart here in round number 1, stage 1, for what is the World of Thunder Cup Series from the Iowa Speedway. Field coming back to the restart zone. Green flag goes back in the air. Mogard. How about Sizemore? Up to second spot. Pate is there. Top 3. We're back underway here, Brad, off turn 2.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to pick up right where we left off after that caution, or just before that caution through, is you're going to have Dustin Sizemore, Jesse Pate, and Cole Duggar all starting to battle really hard for that second spot, but it looks like it's currently going to go to Pate as he's going to open up about a car length lead. Now Cole Duggar going to take a look to the inside of that number 1 machine of Dustin Sizemore, as he's had a pretty good run through this first 50-lap segment. He started 9th. He's currently up to 2nd. He's looking to make the middle of this Iowa Speedway work in his favor, as he's going to be dead even with Cole Duggar coming off turn 4. Oh, it looks like Sizemore's going to get a little loose. He's going to catch that car, though, and they're going to be dead even, but it's going to have just a little bit of an advantage to Cole Duggar at the line.
It ain't his fault. It's Duggar's fault. Sizemore trying to size up Duggar. Toyota and Chevrolet. Sizemore down to the inside. Maybe a little bit of lady luck in that car that looks a lot like Las Vegas, Nevada's Kurt Busch, who won at his home track at Las Vegas a couple of weeks ago in the NASCAR playoffs before it went flying through the air Sunday at Talladega. Mogard leading the way. Pate is in second spot. Everybody trying to run down Jared Mogard, but honestly, Brett, he is the pick of the leader.
Yeah, Jared Mogard is already out to about a 1-second lead again after this green flag is dropped. So Mogard definitely showing that he's got some strength here at Iowa. But one thing that I want to point out is if you look at the hood of that number 11 machine, you see Outlaw Motorsports. I know William Duvall was very excited to see Cole Duggar. And just as I say that, he's going to get a little loose coming off the corner. But Cole Duggar put on a really good performance at our last race at Talladega, and he even came home with a win. And I know Duvall was really happy to see that, as that's, you know, one of the drivers that he has driving for his program. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see if he can go back to back here for that Team Outlaw Motorsports number 11 entry.
I'm trying to remember when the last time we had the race was. I want to say it was back during Labor Day Monday. We actually had a race on a double header, actually, is what we did. A double header on Monday for Labor Day. We actually ran Homestead, and then we ran Talladega. And again, the driver of the 11 car, Cole Duggar, survived a crazy race at Talladega to pick up the win. And his most recent winner on the World of Thunder Cup Series, and sitting right there in the number 3 position right now. Pate is in second. Sizemore battling Fier for that spot. Donnie Fier for 4th and 5th. And while that goes on, it's all Mogard. Under 10 to go here in stage number 1. Brad off 2.
Yeah, Donnie Fier, he's making a pretty good run here, as he's currently sitting in that 5th position, as he's all over the back bumper of Sizemore. So as Sizemore runs down Cole Duggar for that 3rd position, he's also going to have to play a little bit of defense, as he's got Donnie Fier coming hot and heavy in that number 3 entry. As it looks like right now, this is going to be the closest battle on the racetrack at the current moment in time, as you see the cars just about evenly spaced out here for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, as it looks like the number 1 machine is running just a little bit lower than Cole Duggar in front of him and Fair behind him. So you see that lane choice may come into play favor for Cole Duggar, as now he's starting to close down on that 0.31 of Jesse Pate through turns 1 and 2.
8 laps to go now here at Iowa in race number 1. This is stage 1. They'll come back, reset, go another 50 laps in race number 2. Brett Rawls will also get back in the cockpit of the car and start and park again for points, as Mogard is the man leading the way. Jared Mogard along with Pate. Duggar now got some new power for his number 11 Toyota. He gets around Peyton Sizemore, goes back to 2nd in turn number 3. A 3-car battle for the bridesmaid spot. Coming to 6 to go at Iowa this time by Brett Rawls.
Yeah, it looks like Pate just got a little bit tight as he pushed up in turns 1 and 2 the last time as he came in with that number 031 Toyota Camry, and that cost him a couple of spots there. But he's been able to get that car back under control. He was able to get back around Fier and Sizemore, as now Sizemore's got his hands with both of those cars. Fier just kind of sitting at the wayside right now trying to pick his spots, as now he's going to try to show his nose to the inside of that number 1 car. So Fier trying to make some position battles as we come around for 5 laps to go here in this opening segment. The battle's starting to heat up towards the mid-pack here, Wesley.
Second through fourth, right there, nose to tail with one another, while Mogard has a 2.4 second lead almost and growing on the number 11 machine. But Duggar, Pate, Sizemore, Fier, they are right there within a cat's whisker of one another. Here comes Fier trying to size up that machine of Pate for third. And now Pate throws the block on Sizemore. They'll go back single file. Fier will now close in under the driver of Sizemore. They'll try to decide whether he wants to go inside or outside. Who to run with to the line. This time by 4 to go at Iowa. And here comes Sizemore to the inside of Pate for third.
As there was almost a little bit of contact there between Sizemore and Pate as he saw Pate have to check up in that Team Outlaw Motorsports number 031, as now he's going to be right up by the wall, and that's exactly the move that cost him second place to Cole Duggar in a couple of spots last time, as now it's going to be Fier with a head full of steam as we come down into turns 3 and 4, but here comes Pate back on the bottom. This battle for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th position is going to be extremely heated as we take the white flag right now. Actually, it's going to be 2 to go for
buddy.
these guys.
It's 2 remaining.
Yeah, my bad
Down the
on
back
that.
straightaway, it's still going to be Jared Mogard. He is the man out in front and leads the way. No one can catch this man in the 00. Looking now for his second win. We got a caution. This race is not over. Caution flag.
Just a little bit of extra drama to add in is it's going to be the 3 car of Donnie Fier, it looks like, as he's going to be slow on the back straightaway.
And I wonder if he had some help with Pate and Sizemore battling for position inside the top 5. A late race caution, and there goes Donnie Fier into Sizemore. Whoa!
You see it there on your swag instant replay, as it looks like just as he was starting to come up, coming out of turn number 2, Sizemore was coming down to try to get a little bit of a better run, and it looked like to me, from where we're sitting here, Wesley, it just looked like 2 drivers trying to go for the same little bit of real estate in a hot and heavy battle with only about 2 laps to go here.
Always remember, aerial coverage, whether copter, blimp, or drone, is presented by All American Pools, as you see from our copter cam. Fier, contact in the left rear with the one of Sizemore. Sizemore keeps on going. But again, Donnie Fier into the inside safer wall barrier, the back straightaway. We go under yellow flag, and it will be overtime as well. Do you pit? Do you pit, Brett, or do you stay out for track position here with 3 to go?
I mean, with the drivers coming down last time about halfway through the race to get caution, I don't think we're going to see anybody come down and get tires, especially with it being a green-white checkered shootout here. I think if anybody got tires, it would have been around that halfway point when we had the earlier caution here. I think right now you're just going to stay out, stay put, try to get some more track position here on this green-white checkered, and go into the second half of this 100-lapper, and try to get something here. The thing that's going to be pretty interesting to me is now that Cole Duggar is to the back bumper of Mogard, is he going to have anything for Mogard off this start? As this is going to be the first time we've seen Cole Duggar and Jared Mogard lined up side by side for this restart.
Side by side when they come back to green flag. Quick break, coming up, overtime from Iowa. And by the way, we still got another race left to run after this one concludes. There's a lot of esports leagues in iRacing, but there's nothing like swag. Special events, series sanctioning. The Simulation World Auto Group Swag is excited for you to become a member and join our team. Weekly competition includes Stadium Super Trucks, the Outlaw Super Late Model Series, the Short Track Cup All-Star Challenge, the Winter Heat during the winter months, and so much more. Special events and venues is also throughout the year. We want you to be a part of the team.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram by looking up Swag Esports Racing and jump on board with the Shark. Big money, fun times. We want you to be a part of what is the new Simulation World Auto Group. All the details again on Swag Racing Esports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We'll see you at the virtual tracks across the world. And if not, follow broadcast coverage on LSR TV, the weekly racer in CRN Sports. Lights are off for the pace car, getting ready for shootout time and overtime. And one of the things that were brought to our attention during the commercial break, Brett, these drivers are driving a 50% fuel cell on these cars virtually tonight. That is the equivalent of trying to complete a 50-lap race.
Yeah, it's going to be very close on fuel strategy. So, I mean, you know, as the race director, William Duvall, pointed out, it's going to be very controversial. If these drivers are able to be light-footed throughout the course of the 50-lap race, they should be able to make it on fuel. But, you know, if everybody gets a little too hot and heavy, they may have to come down and pit. So it's going to be interesting to see if anybody took any fuel at the point of this race or if we have anybody run out here in this overtime segment.
The most recent winner on the series when it was known as the Monday Night Cup Series is in the second spot. Cole Duggar, the Outlaw Sports entry number 11. To the inside, to the outside by lane choice is the leader, Mogard. Green, white checker. We're back at it again. Duggar giving Mogard all he can handle to the inside, door-to-door out of 2.
Yeah, Mogard took the outside lane choice on that restart as it looks like Cole Duggar trying to make him regret that decision as the double zero's looking like he might have him clear here off turn number 4. As we come around, it's going to be the Swag white flag in the air. We got 1 lap to go here for this opening 50-lap segment here, ladies and gentlemen. As it looks like
1 to go. One more time around out of turn number 2. Mogard looking to pick up another win on the series. The Talladega winner. Another shot at him on the bottom. Can he get there in time? I don't think he can, or maybe he will. It's going to be close. He got loosed up. He lost it. It's Mogard to win stage 1. Mogard will win. Duggar did everything he could. I think he might have fishtailed the car coming off of turn 4, Brett, and that little slip took all that momentum he had away from him to try to capture the win. Results quickly. Jared Mogard, Cole Duggar, Dustin Sizemore, Wade Fields, and Travis Oldfield, the top 5 in the first race, along with Braden Black, Brad Ebel, Jesse Pate, Donnie Fier, and AJ Cruz. And in the back was my buddy, Starting Park. Brett Rawls. He will get 11th position. Brett, what do you think we saw to race 1, and we're getting ready for race 2 coming up?
It's going to be a pretty interesting 50 laps, especially with seeing how much Cole Duggar had something there for Jared Mogard. The interesting thing that I'm waiting to find out is if Jared Mogard is going to take that 50-lap back row challenge and go to the back and try to come through the field here. And if he does, is that going to allow Cole Duggar that opportunity that he needs to maybe be able to get away and break out to that opening gap that he needs, like we saw him do at Talladega, and go back to back?
Well, we're going to find out here real quickly. Let's see if we can try to find Jared Mogard, and we'll try to bring him into our broadcast here in just a moment and see if we can grab a word with him after he has picked up the race 1 win. If we can grab Jared Mogard, we'll get his thoughts. I'm trying to get him. Trying to grab him here right now to get him to join us in our broadcast booth, or at least on in-car audio, as he'll get ready for race number 2 coming up here. Again, 50 laps in the books. Consider it like stage 1. This was a race. There was points. And then we're going into race number 2 coming up next as well. So, again, congratulations to Jared Mogard. And, again, picking up, I believe, will be now his 3rd win on the series. All right, so again, we'll grab these drivers, trying to get Jared Mogard to join us after winning stage 1, and we'll come back, we'll reset, we'll go again. Brett, what do you think we're going to see differently in race number 2 coming up next?
I think you're going to see a lot less give and take. As you saw there, Sizemore, Pate, and Cole Duggar and that huge 3-car battle. I don't think you're going to see as much gap this time. As I think things are going to get a little bit hot and heavy. And, not to steal your favorite quote here, but I think we're going to have a couple of Katie barred the door moments here, especially if that 00 tries to go to the back and pick up some extra expenses covered tonight, if you will.
We'll get ready for race number 2 coming up next after a quick word from LSR TV, your home for sim racing from Iowa Speedway.
ETE Reman is the world's best remanufacturer of transmissions for import and domestic cars and trucks. Based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, our customers are repair shops, auto parts stores, dealerships, and distributors. And with 6 nationwide warehouses, we're where and when you need us. So when you're looking for a transmission that is like new, only better, instill confidence and install ETE Reman.
Here at Iowa Speedway, getting ready for race number 2 in the Twin 150s tonight at Iowa Speedway. Winner of stage number 1, race 1, is Jared Mogard of the 00. Jared, congratulations, bud. How's everything out there so far as you get ready for the second one?
It's going pretty good here. Hopefully we can hold out for these last 50. I think we're going to the back, so we'll give it a whirl, see what we got. That'll look pretty quick for the end.
The opportunity was presented to you that if you did tag the back, you get a cash bonus if you could win.
Yeah, we decided to take it. I thought there was a weekly prize too, but there isn't, so we figured what the heck, we'll go ahead and take it.
All right, man. How's the racing been? It got a little intense there that last 5 laps of the first 50-lapper.
Yeah, I wasn't really expecting to go there late, but made it fun for the fans there during my checkered. I'm a little tight, so we'll see what we can do this last 50. I think it's coming around, but we'll have to wait and see what happens there.
All right, go get him for race number 2. Thanks, buddy.
10-4, thank you, bud.
He picks up, again, a stage win. That is Jared Mogard. He will go to the back, go for a cash money bonus, and look to get his 2nd win on the World of Thunder Cup Series here tonight as the field is beginning to roll. You do see the 00 on the front row, but again, he will elect to go to the tail. Without further ado, let's give you your starting lineup for the 50-lap race that is about to get underway right now, with the exception of Mogard, who will go to the tail of the field. The lineup, Jared Mogard, again, he will start at the tail. This will give Dustin Sizemore the choice on the inside lane to the pole. To the outside, Cole Duggar in the number 11 machine. Row 2 is going to find Dustin Sizemore in the 1 to the outside. Wade Fields in the number 10. Row number 3 will be Travis Oldfield in the 9. Braden Black in the 18, row 3. Row 4 will find Brad Evil and Jesse Pate. He'll start 8th. Starting in the top 10 will be Donnie Fier and AJ Cruz. And in the back will be Brett Rawls. He is on track right now. He'll join us in the broadcast booth in a moment, as again he will start in park. And again, Jared Mogard has decided to tag the back and go for the money bonus in the second 50-lap race here. Winner of stage 1. Now we get ready for the final 50 laps. We'll see it here as Donnie Fier, Dustin Sizemore, and the driver of Duggar will be on the front row now as we'll get ready to go for the green flag. Oldfield starting 3rd. We'll get ready to bring the field to the back straight away. The lights are off on the pace car. And again, Brett Rawls will make 1 lap And that number 17 Ford, as he already has virtue of winning the race at Daytona in the playoffs. He's joining me in the broadcast booth here tonight as we approach the 8 o'clock Eastern time hour for race 2 here for the World of Thunder Cup Series. The field at a snail's pace as they make their way back to the Geico restart zone. The pace car drops onto the pit lane. It's now Sizemore to lead the pack to green along with Duggar. Green in the air, outside lane will work for Duggar, and we're underway in the next 50-lapper. This is the A-main, little sideways there for Oldfield. Just a moment as Duggar's to his outside. They move their way to the back straightaway through the driver door. It's going to be Sizemore jumping to the number 1 position as they'll work their way off of the corner. We are officially 1 lap in now here at 50. And it is Sizemore looking to get the biggest win of his career in pavement racing. And we got a problem on the front straightaway. Number 18, Braden Black, is spun in the infield grass. And caution will come out on his Rowdy Energy, number 18, Toyota. And there is the swag caution, swag E-Wraps and Graphics Division instant replay. And we'll find out what happened to him as he gets up under the 9 car of Oldfield. Overshot the gap, went down below the blend line, came up on the apron, back to the top. Had some contact there with the 3 car. And there you see the end result. 3 of 50. Yellow flag out, caution laps do count. And there is the yellow flag involving Braden Black. Joining us back in the broadcast booth from Knoxville, Tennessee is Brett Rawls. Brett, not wasting no time this 50-lapper. Right out of the gate, we get a caution flag.
Yeah, things got a little bit hairy there for a minute. It stinks. We got a really good car here. I was able to get a couple of spots there off that initial couple of laps. But, yeah, things got a little bit wild there. Saw the 18 car go around, so had to back out of it there as we had probably about 5 or 6 cars all together. As I was just trying to keep the nose clean, wasn't trying to get into anybody there with us doing the starting park tonight. So had my hands full there for about a lap.
Obviously, the way we were told how things were, if you win, you're in the playoffs for the postseason for the World of Thunder Cup Series. So we have, obviously, Brett Rawls in by virtue of winning Daytona. By the way, he's also second in the points, so you at least get some kind of points. And by the way, Gary Peck was not here. You might take the points lead after tonight.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to salvage the points lead out of tonight. Jared Mogard's got a pretty good hot rod, and he's only about 13 points behind me. So, but then again, with the low car count, we might be able to at least stay a little close. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see the battles that me and Mogard have over the last couple of races of this series. As he's been bad fast all season long. He's, put on quite the clinic performances with the likes of, Garrett Baines, Boyd Hogan, some of the, one of the couple of the top-notch guys from the asphalt side of the community here on iRacing. So Jared Mogard, really one of those tough competitors. So pretty much with us doing the starting park tonight, our mentality was, just trying to salvage some of the bleeding from missing a points night to do some broadcast work with you guys. But yeah, it's going to be hard to keep the 0-0 in the mirror of the points battle, so to speak.
Since we have got back to operating again things here for the World of Thunder Cup Series, since then, when it was known as the Monday Night Cup Series, before tonight, there has been 7 different winners on the series. That includes 2 wins for AJ Stravato and 2 for Boyd Hogan. The drivers with 1 win include my colleague and Daytona winner Brett Rawls, Jared Mogard, who won an event, also Cole Duggar, who recently won at Talladega. Then you also have drivers like Blake Neer and even Garrett Maines, who won at Martinsville. He is in the playoffs by virtue of winning. Doesn't matter that he is in the, might I say, 43rd position in points. You win a race, Brett Rawls, you're in the postseason.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing about the series that we've got going here. We have 2 separate championships that are going to be crowned at the end of the year. One of them being obviously, the overall champion who was able to make it through the playoff procedure and, win the entire playoff procedure, as well as we're also going to have the driver that was able to maintain the points lead throughout the course of the regular season. So it's going to be pretty interesting, as drivers that aren't going to be able to lock in with a win, you still have that opportunity of placing within the certain couple of positions on the top to be able to get into the playoffs that way, as I believe they're locking in 16 cars to the playoffs to start.
Yeah, anybody that wins transfers, and anyone else behind those to the top 16 in points. So here we go, back to the Geico restart zone. Green back in the air here at Iowa Speedway. Now 5 laps complete. Duggar out in front. Sizemore, what a strong run he's got to the inside, looking for the lead. Carrying on field with him. 3-car battles, heating up for the top spot now, going to 3.
Yeah, Dustin Sizemore, he has had a very good machine through that first 50 lap. As he started at P9, he was up to P3 just before that caution break there at the end of segment 1. Now he's got the lead, and he is looking to open up a little bit over the 11 of Cole Duggar. And here comes the 9 car, somebody that we haven't seen towards the front. But look who is already back up to the front, already in that 3rd position and coming hot and heavy. It's that 00 of Mogard, and we are going to have a second caution plaguing this race in the second 50 stages already.
Another yellow flag. We'll find out what happened. I think it might possibly be on Pate's car. Maybe even Braden Black again. Let's find out. Flag, E-Wraps and graphics caution, and now the instant replay. That's Fier and behind Braden Black. And you have the 556 in front of him. And I don't know what happened. Oh, there we go. Well, we really had to start it over again here for the replay, but keep your eye on the black 031 entry. And that's why we go under caution. The yellow flag coming out for the field, coming out of turn number 3. Watch it. Contact off the 3, the left rear, and down into the infield goes the 031 car. And he keeps it off the wall. Good piece of driving there. If anything, Brett, he might flat spot the tires. Oh, and that really did it right there.
Yeah, they do have that additional set of tires, so I wouldn't be too shocked to see him come down, probably get some fresh rubber on that machine, and maybe even top off the fuel just to make sure he can go the rest of this race, especially with having to possibly push the fuel issue a little too much to get back through the field here.
And that's the reason why we are under the caution flag. Working now 9 of 50. And remember, these drivers are on a half tank of fuel. We were told by our race director, Will Duvall, that they literally have the equivalent of maybe running a whole 50-lap race, but they would be just shy unless they, feather the throttle, so to speak. Don't push it to the limit. By the way, the man behind him in 3rd, Jared Mogard, Brett, going for the money bonus. Started at the tail. He's in 3rd right now.
Yeah, Mogard wasting absolutely no time getting through that field, as he's showing just how strong that 00 car is. And I don't know if you're one for superstition, Wesley, but Mogard kind of struggled towards the beginning of the season. He didn't really have the finish that he was hoping for at Daytona's. It looked, I think he got caught up in a wreck, if I do believe. But one thing that I've noticed is ever since Jared Mogard put the top on the top roof that he's got on his car now, that as you see him roll through the corner, that checkered pattern roof that he's got, he did not have that through the first couple of races in the season, and he struggled. And then as soon as he put that on there, I believe it was for the Phoenix race, he went out there and won that race in dominating fashion, and he just has been on fire ever since. So I don't know if you're one for superstition and if he's one for superstition, but I think that checkered flag banner across the roof of that number 00 is maybe giving him a little bit better luck here through the second half of the season.
Well, when the season first started, the opening races, he was in a very intense, fierce battle with Boyd Hogan for races, and a couple of races Jared would come up shy winning, but ever since, as you said, he put that checkered flag on the hood, on the roof of the car, He has been winning. He just won stage 1. He just won the first stage of the race. Now this is where it pays. He also took the money bonus to start at the tail of the field, and he's already moved up to 3rd spot. Dustin Sizemore, by the way, also leading the way, a normally dirt competitor. Now out in front.
And if you thought the battles that we saw over the past couple of 50 laps of the first segment to the first 10 of this one, get ready now, as we've had the 3 strongest cars of the day going to line up positions 1, 2, and 3. So Katie bar the door maybe a little bit early, as things might get a little hot and contested for the lead here.
Ready to come back for the restart. Lap 13 of 50. And the lights are off on the pace car. We'll re-rack them and restack them and get ready to go again here at Iowa. This will be our final broadcast of the night here for LSR TV, a little earlier than usual. Tomorrow, we are actually off for Wednesday. I don't think we have anything planned for Wednesday. And then we come back Thursday with the excitement of the Northwest Truck Series. And that is actually going to be the race event from Talladega. And then Friday, the On the Rails Paint Shops Fall Brawl to close out the week. Back to green here at Iowa. And still a lot of racing left to go. On the jump at Sizemore. He'll carry now Mogard to the bottom with him. To the inside, Duggar up top shelf, Oldfield there as well in 9. And here we go, round and round again there, Brett.
Yeah, as you see these drivers wasting absolutely no time, as we've got 4 cars under a blanket. Oh, a little bit of contact. A little bit of contact.
Car goes around in the pack. Single car accident, bottom of the apron. Yellow out again for the 3rd time at Iowa.
As it looks like the 9 car of Travis Oldfield, as we go to your swag instant replay. Take a look at this here, as everything's going to get hot and contested, almost 3 wide for the 2nd spot. It's going to involve the 9 car of Oldfield and the 11 car of Duggar. Keep your eye on that 9 car, as he's going to get in just a little bit hot. He's going to come up the racetrack and just tag the left rear of the 11 car. And then Cole Duggar going to take a little bit of impact. I'm not sure who that was that he collected in that process. But as you can see, just a little bit of damage on that number 11 car, as we're going to take you for a ride here for our aerial coverage of the instant replay here.
Aerial coverage presented by All American Pools. And once again, watch the 11 from the penthouse to the outhouse. As he gets a little contact with the 9, goes around off of 4. Did he tag Mogard?
I believe he may have caught the 18 of Braden Black. As one thing to note out there, as you saw in the aerial coverage, what a job by the 031 of Jesse Pate, who had gotten into a wreck earlier, as he had almost absolutely nowhere to go to avoid that car, and just last second checked up and got out of the way. I'm not sure if we can get a swag onboard camera here of that replay as we go through, but I'm telling you, I have no idea how he missed that number 11 of Cole Duggar.
A very interesting race number 2 here for the A-Main at Iowa for the World of Thunder Cup Series. Under caution for the 3rd time. More laps under yellow than green. We'll step away. Coverage continues in a moment. LSR TV, your home for sim racing here at Iowa.
Based out of West Monroe, Louisiana. We do custom t-shirts, racing. We'll do actually any shirt. We'll do schools, churches, fundraisers. We do a ton of event shirts, as you can see on our board here, all around our banner. Personalized, I mean, we'll do anything. It doesn't matter to us. We got the custom rugs. We use all the, top quality shirts, inks and everything, hoodies, hats. hats. We do embroidered hats, embroidered shirts. You know, just you can call us for anything. We do offer the bag and fold to where you can receive them and they're already labeled and tagged and bagged, ready to give out to your customers. So you just call us and just tell us, hey, this is what we're looking at doing. And if we're going to put the car on there, it is 125 quantity minimum. If it's without the car, it's 60 quantity minimum. That's strictly on the racing stuff. If it's a business or something, if you race on Texas shirts, you know, it's a little bit differently. You know, you can call us. It just depends on your quantity and ink colors. Everything is hand drawn. I mean, everything. We don't Photoshop anything onto a shirt or anything like that. Everything that we go through, everything is drawn, and which is the reason for the art fees. Because we do have several graphic artists that draw for us, and you know, they're really good. So what we do is on any package that you do, we can mix and match. We can do any colors. You can do purple, red, blue, green, and do the rest black. It doesn't matter to us. With your design on there, we can do hoodies. We can do hoodies, long sleeve shirts, t-shirts, tank tops. It doesn't matter. I mean, just it's almost limitless what you can do, and you can put all that together in that package to make that minimum, you know, requirements. They can call us 318-278-7191, or they can email us at bulletprooftees@yahoo.com, or they can go to the website bulletprooftees.com.
Back here at Iowa, ready for the restart. And the man that decided to start at the tail is ready to battle Sizemore for the lead. Dustin Sizemore, Brett, somebody you know a lot in the World of Thunder iRacing League, the Dirt Series. Now trying to win his first pavement race here on the World of Thunder Cup Series. Trying to pull the upset, if you will.
Yeah, Dustin Sizemore and myself, we've rubbed many a quarter panels on the dirt side of things. He's one heck of a driver, and you know, he's showing here today that he's got some skills on asphalt as well as dirt. He's going to get on the loud pedal, but it looks like Mogard's going to get a pretty good jump on him, so it's going to be dead even going through turns 1 and 2. Sizemore going to go to the bottom, Mogard going to roll around the top. He's going to have a great ride of momentum through that top side, as it looks like he's going to have just enough to clear Sizemore, and that's going to put Mogard, who had won stage 1 and came from the back, already back up to the lead again here on lap number 20, coming to lap number 20.
Just 5 laps to halfway. 30 to go. Down the back straightaway they go with Mogard leading, Sizemore now falling back to second. And now Black and Oldfield beginning to battle for third as that heats up off of turn 4. Back to the start-finish line. Oldfield with a shot on the outside lane. Changing up his groove from the bottom to the top. Run on Sizemore. Sizemore protects and throws the block on the bottom. And now Black goes up the racetrack and goes and cuts off Fier almost. That could have been deadly.
Yeah, and that just goes to point out what I had pointed out earlier before the first 50 lap segment had started. This track is very tricky for these cars. It's not something that you'd see on the regular Cup Series schedule. You have to be very good with throttle control here, as if you're not hard enough on that throttle, you can see exactly what happened to Travis Oldfield there, is you just get an incredible push on the front end of your car, and it just goes straight topside. And if you get a little bit too happy on the throttle, it really kicks out that back end like you would see at like places like New Hampshire, or you know, some tracks like that. So you know, this is definitely one of those throttle control type racetracks, and you know, if you're going to have a good night here at Iowa, you have to know how to put throttle control to your race car. As now you see the 9 car Travis Oldfield coming back around the outside of Dustin Sizemore, trying to take over that second position, as Sizemore looking like he's got some pretty strong grip on the bottom, but the Oldfield number 9 machine shot out of a cannon as he's going to go rocketing by Sizemore on the outside and down into turn number 1 in the second position.
Off of 2 down the back straightaway. And there you see Oldfield, who struggled in the first stage of 50 laps, now sitting in second spot. Sizemore to the inside for third. Everyone else all single file. And pulling away with almost 1 second lead more, and close to 2 seconds, is going to be Jared Mogard. As there you see the rest of the pack right there nestled with one another as they work their way off too.
And there you see towards the back of the pack that 11 machine as you ride on board out the back of, I believe this is the 10 machine of Wade Fields. That number 11 car, Cole Duggar, who was caught up in that caution just a couple of laps ago with the number 9 of Travis Oldfield. He's having a little bit of a struggle coming back through this field, so I wonder if he maybe has knocked the toe in that front end out or possibly bent something in the front end and just not able to have as good strong run as you see him not able to get as quite good of a run off the corner as he's been able to get through the first 75 laps. And just as I say that, he's going to have that Camry up to the back bumper of that number 556 of Brad Eppel. So he's maybe a little bit stronger here as we go throughout the course of this 50-lap segment. But keep your eye on that Cole Duggar number 11 for Team Outlaw Motorsports as he tries to get back to the front here.
Just after halfway, up the racetrack goes Evil's car. There's Donnie Fier. He's currently right now sneaking in to the top 5 and 4th.
And you saw him have a couple of issues early on getting caught up in a caution. He's back up to that 4th spot trying to challenge Dustin Sizemore. As you see, he's got a pretty good run coming down the straightaways and in through the corners. So it looks to me like that number 3 machine of Fair a little bit stronger right now than the 1 machine of Sizemore. As he's going to pull to the inside, show his nose. It's going to be a drag race down the back straightaway. They're going to come into turn 3 and 4 as it's going to be Fair just rolling the bottom. He's going to have just enough of a gap to come up and clear the number 1 of Sizemore. So move Fair up to that P3 position as we come down to 20 laps to go here at Iowa.
Contact. Fier bounces off of the car of Sizemore. He shoots up the racetrack. What a save after that contact with the 1. Dirt tracks it. He'll fall back to at least 6th. Sizemore going back to 3rd.
Sizemore just threw it deep and sold it cheap as he is not looking to hold anything back here tonight. He is bound and determined to get that Monster Energy sponsored number 1 machine back up to the front here and reclaim that lead. But take a look now as the 031 of Jesse Pate. He's just come out of nowhere and he's back up to the front of this field as he's currently a lap, I believe he's currently a lap down if I'm not mistaken, as he ended the first session a lap down. He's got his lap back now, so no, the 031 of Jesse Pate up into that top 3 position right now is now here you see Cole Duggar coming out of nowhere back up to the front as he's going to pull alongside Sizemore just off the back of your camera there.
Under 20 laps to go. There is the driver in the 9th position. As here they come exiting off the corner. Mogard, strong car, looking to get that 2nd win on the series. There he is, across the line, 16 remaining. And the driver, the 00. It says "Be Smart" on the side of the dashboard there. And I can't say enough, Brett, that is a smart motto to live by right there, especially right now on track as he's doing everything smartly to stay in that number 1 spot and try to sweep here at Iowa.
Yeah, you see that Be Smart there just off the left side of the roll bar there on your screen. A lot of drivers actually do that, Wesley. You know, I don't know. I know in the real world you've been around the pits a lot. I don't know if you've actually taken a look in there sometimes, but a lot of us drivers, you know, we'll get our adrenaline going. Oh, absolutely. You know, sometimes, you know, when you're in the seat of a race car, your adrenaline is pumping at the max, and sometimes you get a little too anxious, get to, you know, turning the wheel a little bit too much, give the throttle a little bit too much of a push through the corner, and get a little loose. So, you know, it's pretty interesting, just the psyche of a race car driver, how it's, you know, just something as little as a little message on your dashboard that you can look down and just be like, all right, I got to calm down, recollect, hit my marks, and, you know, keep this time up to where I'm able to pull away rather than start being reeled in.
13 to go, and Mogard out in front leads the way.
Oldfield, who had problems in the first 50-lap stage, has now moved himself to second. Pate to third. And here comes Mogard across the line. 12 remaining here at Iowa. It's his race to lose. He's got the strong car.
Absolutely, I believe Mogard. Oh, as we have one into the wall coming down the back, or coming down the front straightaway. That looks like it's going to be the 18 car of Braden Black, as he's going to get just a little bit tight coming off of turn number 4. He's going to come up and smack the wall. So it's going to allow the 556 of Brad Ebel to close in, as they're going to come skyrocketing into turn number 3. The 556 trying to gain up any ground that he can on that 18 machine to try to make up some ground from that little bit of a stumble. As we come back around the stripe, we're going to have, I believe, 11 laps to go this time, and now we're going to go back up front to your leader, Jared Mogard, who is still on rails this evening, as he's opened up his lead to now 5 seconds again. So Mogard looking to pick up where he left off, and he comes by the stripe to get the 10 to go signal here. So only 10 laps remaining in this race, Wesley.
10 remaining. Jared Mogard dominating here at Iowa, looking for that second win now on the series. Nine to go. The interval now close to 6 seconds back behind Oldfield. Caution comes out. He's back in business. Oldfield and company will bunch up behind the leader of the 00. Or will we see this race go clean to the finish?
Yeah, I think everybody's gotten spaced out to the point where I don't think we're going to see too much hot and heavy action, except for maybe in the back in the pack, as you see right on your screen. These drivers getting a little racy towards the end of this race here between the 9 of Oldfield and the 31 of Pate. That battle's going to be currently for second. And you see just who's creeping up there in the 4th position, that 11 of Cole Duggar. So he's been able to recover from that late or early stage caution that he got in with that little bit of contact, and he's trying to get back up on the podium here tonight for Team Outlaw Motorsports.
Trying to get around Pate. This is for third to put him on the podium. He'll carry Donnie Fier with him across the line. 6 to go here at Iowa now. Or correction, 7 to go.
As you see Pate get a little bit tight through turns 1 and 2, that's going to allow Duggar to get by him, and also Fair to crawl up to the back bumper as well. Fair going to show his nose.
He's got a run on the bottom.
As they were looking to almost be 3 wide there on entry, but look at the 11 machine. Look at the run he gets through 3 and 4, as he's able to pull up to without just about a car length gap between him and Oldfield. I don't think Duggar's done there, as he's trying to go for P2 tonight, and he just might have the car to do it, even with that damage that he suffered from that earlier caution.
Duggar to the outside, trying to get around Oldfield. Oldfield throws the block to the line. This time by, it's 5 laps to go. A 4-car battle, if you will, for second spot. Why Mogard is gone. Oldfield, Duggar, Pate, Fier. The storm is brewing for P2 into turn number 1.
And there you see Cole Duggar trying to set up an over-under type maneuver, try to go up to the high side, get Oldfield to come up to the top and maybe block, and then shoot up underneath him, as it looks like the 11 car going to show his nose to the bottom of 3 and 4. He's going to cut down to the bottom of the track. Oldfield almost going to get into the wall. He's going to have to back out of it. That's going to allow Duggar to pull up alongside of him, and now Oldfield going to scrape the wall just a little bit. Oh, there's almost contact made through turns 1 and 2.
And
but
here comes Team Outlaw. Remember, as we come to 4 to go, Brett, Duggar and Pate they're both of Team Outlaw drivers.
Yeah, we got some teammates running P2 and P3, but don't be surprised to see that white flag come out and it come down to that every man for themselves mentality, as I've seen teammates get a little bit racy as they come to the end of the race. You know, some of the teammates, the mentality is, yeah, we can be teammates up until we see that white silk, as you see Mogard coming around now to get 2 popsicle sticks up in the air, 2 to go, as it looks like just a normal Sunday night drive for Mogard, as he is just laying waste to this field here tonight at Iowa.
A Sunday night drive on a Tuesday evening for the return of the World of Thunder Cup Series. As here comes Mogard with a big lead over the field, almost 11 seconds. He'll come to the line and take the white flag. The swag, 1 to go. 1 more lap remains at Iowa. It's the 00 out in front. We had a great battle for second, but Mogard hitting his marks for the final time down the back straightaway. He decided to take money and stayed at the back for the challenge. He will win just that.
dominating stage 1 and doing it again even better in stage 2. Checkered flag. He even drops below the apron. Jared Mogard, his second win on the World of Thunder Cup Series here tonight at Iowa. Brett Rawls.
Jared Mogard, just a star-studded performance here tonight, and I got to give the driver tip of the hat there. Is he took advantage of a prime situation for himself tonight as far as the point standings go. Our current points leader, the 88 machine of Gary Peck, not in attendance here in Iowa, and with me in second having to do a start and park, Jared Mogard pulling off that win. He may have actually just put himself in the points lead. If not, he is within a couple of points between me and him. So Jared Mogard having an amazing points night here tonight and picking up a $10 bonus as well.
The celebration begins for the 00. Again, his second win on the series. The rest of the field finally cycles by. They get the checkered flag on the cooldown lap. And now Jared Mogard, the 00. Be smart. He did just that. And he begins to celebrate his second win now on the World of Thunder Cup Series, back with their return this evening at Iowa Speedway after almost a month hiatus. Here's the unofficial results of race here tonight at Iowa. Jared Mogard, the winner. Cole Duggar will finish in second. The interval by gap is 8.281 seconds back for second spot. Cole Duggar for Team Outlaw. What a way to come back there, along with Donnie Fier in third. Jesse Pate will finish in fourth. Travis Oldfield, what a great shot for him. He'll finish in the top 5 after problems in race 1 there, Brett.
Yeah, Travis Oldfield going to pick up that top 5 position. Position number 6 going to go to the 556 of Brad Ebel. Position number 7 going to go to, it definitely was his fault, Dustin Sizemore. P number 8 going to go to the 18 of Braden Black. Position number 9 going to come home to the 10 car of Wade Fields. And look at that, Wesley. I even managed to get a top 10.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 48 laps back. So, and then, of course, AJ Cruz also unable to start the race in the car number 57 machine. When we come back, the Clan War servers post-race wrap-up, we'll talk the top 3. And we'll get ready to wrap it up here tonight at Iowa Speedway. Jared Mogard sweeps the return of Tuesday night's new World of Thunder Cup Series return. Back with more on your home for sim racing, LSR TV, in a moment. Hey, it's Gamers hosting Gamers Worldwide. It is time for the Clan War Servers post-race wrap-up. Clan War Servers is the official telecommunications partner of Live Sim Racing. Brett Rawls, Wesley Outland, executive producer Charles Wooten, race director for the World of Thunder, of course, as always, Will Duvall. And we're getting ready now to talk to the top 3 drivers with the return of the World of Thunder Cup Series here. And joining us now is Brett Rawls. He'll grab an interview with our third-place drivers.
Yeah, I'm down here with the third place finisher tonight, the 3 machine of Donnie Fier. Donnie, you kind of had an up and down night. We saw you get into a little bit of trouble there, some side-by-side action that possibly almost sent you around. What did it take for you to be able to get through the field and be able to come back to a top 3 finish tonight?
Well, it took a little bit. As you can see, I had a little trouble there about halfway through. Somebody was trying to block me and then tried to run me up the track, but that's all right. We come back, ended up third. I feel like I should have had about a second place car. I didn't have nothing for Jared. Jared had a rocket ship.
Yeah, Mogard definitely laid waste to the field tonight. He was out there to about a 5-second lead at one point in both of the 50-lap segments. So, quick little question for you here, Donnie. Next week we roll into Pocono, and with everybody calling that the tricky triangle, some people that struggle on some of the normal racetracks and throughout the Cup Series, they usually do pretty well at Pocono. You got anything for Pocono, or you got any high hopes for Pocono next week?
Man, I'm not too sure. I just try to lay back and let everybody wreck out and then come up through the field. But yeah, I don't have no big setups like the rest of these guys. I mean, I was using a Iowa setup for this one. I didn't have no setup for myself.
Yeah, Iowa, not one of the tracks that we're used to seeing on the Cup schedule, so definitely was one of those curveballs on the schedule here. But I'm going to hand you the microphone one more time if you want to give everybody a shout-out that helps get you here to this top 3 finish tonight.
Man, I'd like to thank Skills VR and then my son, and then for y'all for putting on the broadcast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there's your 3rd place finisher tonight. It's going to be Donnie Fier. And now I'm going to take a walk down just a little bit to the number 11 Team Outlaw Motorsports of Cole Duggar. Cole, you had a pretty good car there towards the end of segment 1, and we saw Jared Mogart take that $10 challenge to go to the back and come back through the front. With him going to the back, and if you hadn't gotten caught up in that little bit of a wreck there towards the midway point of this segment, do you think you may have had something for Jared towards the end of the 2nd segment?
With Jared starting in the back, I definitely had a chance. Jared, like Donnie said, he's pretty much a rocket ship tonight. Good for Jared. Yeah, I think I may have had a chance, but I don't know. Jared was kind of charging hard.
So you're already locked into the playoffs with that win that you had at Talladega. With you putting on some pretty good performances, are you trying to go for the both championships here, the regular season championship as well as the points championship at the end with the playoffs, or are you just looking to get a little bit of seat time going into the playoff racing?
It's really mostly about seat time right now because there's no real big benefit for having extra points going into the playoffs with the reset, but it's honestly mostly for seat time, and plus it's good to just get out with the guys and have some fun.
All right, Mr. Duggar, I'm going to hand you the microphone one more time. If you want to go out there and thank all your sponsors and stuff, figured I'd give you the opportunity so that way I don't get yelled at by your team owner.
Yeah, Will would not be happy. Big thanks to Will, the Vol team owner. Devin Lockridge provides a setup. We tweak it a little, have some fun. LSR TV, you guys put on the broadcast. That's good stuff. Jesse does my paint. Congrats to him. I think he got 4th or 5th, so good job, Jesse. Thanks, World of Thunder, for putting it on. Thanks, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there is your 2nd place finisher tonight, Cole Duggar for Team Outlaw Motorsports in that number 11 entry. I'm going to hand the microphone back to Wesley Outland, who I believe is down in victory lane with tonight's hot rod, Jared Mogard.
Yeah, the man of the 00, Jared Mogard, back winning with the return of the World of Thunder Cup Series tonight, sweeping stage 1, winning the final stage 2. Jared, things just went great for you in the 00, even from the back of the pack to the front. By lap 10, you're up to 3rd.
Yeah, I just had to be smart there and kind of went where they didn't. The setup was really good for 10 laps, so I figured if I can get what I can get early, get back up there, and then just kind of pace with the 11 and see where things worked out, but worked out a little bit better than that, I guess.
And by the way, speaking of that, what you just said, motto, be smart. That's a motivation sticker on your car. Talk about that.
Usually I do a lot of stupid things and don't make it to the end of races. So I figured, that's a good message. Just kind of reminder to be smart. Got to be there at the end if you want a chance to win. And when you're racing, guys like Duggar and everybody else, and even other leagues and places, you just got to be smart and be there at the end if you want a shot at winning the thing.
Hey, it's been almost a month since you've been to the whip on the World of Thunder Cup Series. What did it feel like to get back behind the wheel and prepare for this 100-lap race tonight?
Good to be back. When they canceled it as kind of or suspended it as kind of bummed, they didn't really know when they were going to get back to going. And Tuesdays are a little tight with this time frame, but I think it'll work out fine. So just glad to be back racing in the Cup Series. Like I said, I enjoy World of Thunder. They got a good league going and a little bit more competitive on the asphalt than I am the dirt. So I was excited to get back to it.
Hey, back in the day, me and you called races together, Jared. Will you ever get back in the broadcast booth again?
I don't know. It's kind of hard. I like racing.
Hey, thank your sponsors, man.
I got to thank Bandit Dirt Race Central, VRS setups. That's what we threw in this thing tonight, and it worked out good. Splash and Go Graphics, Epic Power Computers, Twitchy Race Reports, and all the boys on Max Out Sim Racing Network.
Jared Mogard, now a 2-time winner
on the World of Thunder Cup Series after he dominates here in the cornfields of Iowa virtually tonight. Brett Rawls, that'll wrap up the Clan Wars Servers post-race wrap-up. Again, Clan Wars Servers is the official communications partner of Live Sim Racing. Your final thoughts when we get out of here?
Yeah, I think it was a pretty good race that we had for the first race back, but looking forward to getting in the seat again next week at Pocono and racing against Jared for that points championship.
A fun time, but again, on to Pocono Raceway next Tuesday nights, the 6:45 Eastern time, with coverage again on LSR TV next Tuesday night, the next round of the World of Thunder Cup Series. We hope you've enjoyed it. That'll wrap up our coverage here tonight. Our next broadcast events on LSR TV again will be coming up on Thursday night, 11:45 Eastern, with the Northwest Truck Series from Talladega. Again, we're going to enjoy a little hiatus off and get you ready for that one. Coming up on Friday night as well, the On the Rails Paints Fall Brawl. Of course, in addition to that, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, and then on Thursday, that's Friday night, and then Sunday, back to the playoffs in the final race in the the championship round of 8 to decide the championship 4 for the Adrenaline Cup Series, and that will again be from Las Vegas as well. For the director of the World of Thunder, series director and promoter Will Duvall, for executive producer Charles Wooten, for Brett Rawls, I'm Wesley Outland. Congratulations to Jerry Bogard, sweeping here at Iowa Speedway. The following has been a presentation of Live Sim Racing, your home for sim racing. More details at LSR TV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And as always, God bless you all. Keep on praying for America.
This broadcast is the copyrighted work of LSR TV and may not be rebroadcast, retranslated, or used in any form without the express written consent of 52 Media LLC and iRacing.com Motorsports Simulations. LSR TV would like to thank you for your support, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast.